We now know what Governor Tony Evers wants our state to spend money on over the next 2 years, okay? The governor introduced his biennial budget to the legislature last night. Our Caroline Dade has you covered this morning on the biggest proposals the governor is putting forward.
Governor Evers hit a lot of the same notes as he has in previous budget addresses. As the former state superintendent, he wants Wisconsin to invest more in schools. He wants to clean up PFAS and lead pollution from drinking water, and he wants to make things more affordable for people living in Wisconsin. One notable focus this year, though, is health care. The governor is calling for capping insulin copays at $35 and limiting which procedures insurance companies can require prior authorizations for. He also says he wants Wisconsin to become the first state in the country to audit health insurance companies when they deny coverage.
If an insurance company is going to deny your health care claim, they should have a darn good reason for it. It's frustrating when your claim gets denied, and it doesn't seem like anyone can give you a good reason why.
Evers is also proposing nearly $2 billion in tax relief. In his plan, that takes the form of getting rid of tax on tips and ending the sales tax on some utilities, as well as over-the-counter medicines.
I'm asking Republicans and Democrats to work together to pass my comprehensive plan to lower everyday out-of-pocket costs for working families.
In addition to tax cuts, the governor's budget does call for some tax increases. He wants to add a new tax bracket that would apply to income above $1 million for single and joint filers and $500,000 for married couples who file separately. Now, the governor says he wants bipartisan cooperation on this budget, but Republicans are telling him, pump the brakes. Right after the governor's budget address, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos didn't mince words. He says a lot of the ideas the governor proposed are, quote, dead on arrival in the legislature. The thing I keep hearing from Republicans over and over again is they feel like they've seen this film before and they weren't fans. They say the governor has proposed similar spending in previous budgets, and each time they cut that out.
This budget included, as the speaker said, all kinds of policy, and that policy is going to get removed from the budget probably in the first action that we take in our first meeting. We're going back to base.
We heard loud and clear in this last election from voters both in Wisconsin and nationally that they've had enough. They know government is too big, too wasteful, and they're tired of the abuse and overreach. And so we are going to increase our efforts in this budget to look for more opportunities to cut both spending and positions.
As for the tax cuts Governor Evers is proposing, Republicans are calling those gimmicky. They say they also want tax cuts, but they want their plan to focus on broad-based cuts that apply to more people in the state. Now, this budget address was just the start of the budget process. Over the next several months, lawmakers in both parties will travel around the state listening to what their constituents want. Reporting from the state capitol, I'm Caroline Dade.